No, it's not. Oh, it is.
It is now, yeah. So,
The link is in general if you so require it. Right then, big grid, 30 cars. I think we lost Kirk quite early on. He had the VR issue that I ended up with 30 minutes in. So hopefully Steam VR sorts that out for the next race, because I don't fancy doing that again.
You're not the only two with technical issues. Todd had them as well.
Do you know what? I thought it was a technical glitch when my crew chief said Brown has got off.
No, he had his files pop up or something over his game.
Oh dear.
And he stopped in the middle of the chicane.
Brown trousers moment.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Both of us.
Is the stream working for everyone, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. First one then.
301. 4 cars involved. 24, 79, 74, and 7.
it's going to be
Interesting.
Is the top one.
Why won't you move?
Oh dear. I believe that was a Nicholson.
It was. It was the only Nicholson.
Ah,
It
yeah.
was. I'm very worried about the Porsche that I saw at the end.
Right. So let's deal with this one first. So I'll jump on board with Christine. Wind it back so we can see the inputs.
Just to let you know, if you want to rewind a little bit, if you click on the actual R at the bottom when it pops up, you can press play and it will rewind.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah, reverse.
I don't know if this is a bit like a perfect storm moment for... Because the Honda there, watch the Honda in front of the Ferrari on the offside. Honda goes for the gap in front of the Ferrari, causes Ferrari just to get squeezed.
Not until brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the replay thing. The throttle and brake won't show full input.
But if you go back a bit, I think she's not on full brakes even before it gets to the full bar.
Yeah, she's only on about 50% brake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lets him back on though. I'm inclined to say 5 for that one.
Yeah, steward's discretion, not to first lap it.
Can we just see what else happened between, is it Wright and Christine?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in and out. It's not very good, is it?
Scroll with your mouse wheel.
Try.
Just follow right if possible.
Which one?
Yeah, car 11.
Car 11.
24th.
Although, but because car 11 is separate incident, there is.
Yeah, that's a separate incident.
79, 74, and 7 and 24 is all reported as 1.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm guessing, second with the Porsche because that's what car number.
Yeah. So I think for the Nicholson one, 5, because the Ferrari gets squeezed, which is just a racing incident on its own, and probably just could have done with a little bit more brakes. the overall saving grace for me is she then lets him have the position back, ultimately causing damage to him where she's at fault, which is where I would say the 5 second for me.
Okay, can we just see 79 and was it 74? Or was that 74? I don't know what number was that.
No,
No,
79
there's
is the
one with
Nicholson.
McLaren.
The McLaren is the other one.
I don't know why this is all reported as one incident.
I think it's
Probably
because it,
happens at the same time.
yeah, it all happens at the same time. It literally gave me a small coronary heart attack because it happens right in front of me, all this.
Oh, okay, he got smashed from the back. By who?
74 get hit though. That looked
Yeah.
like 74.
74 got hit by number 7, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so if you
Can you
go
check
on,
number 7?
So sorry, we gave 5 seconds for Nicholson one, and is that one closed? Yeah.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is
alright.
still as the same
So-
incident, so I want to just check all of it and put the same penalties.
Yeah, but we're treating these parts as separate and technically separate incidents, though, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I agree to the extent for
There we go.
Christine not to put the first lap
right.
multiplier on it.
Which number's 7?
Yeah. 27.
27.
No. 7. You're right. 27th position, mate.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Yep. So McLaren is number 74.
In his defence, 7 is braking on the braking line. 74 is braking way. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
The thing is, you look at the 3 cars around him.
Yeah, 3 cars.
They all brake at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 cars wide going to the corner in front of you and something waiting to happen. I would keep a distance as well.
Bond's
15 for Bond, isn't it?
it's
So-
Bond's first race with us as well.
Not very nice also when lapped.
I mean, I'm happy to have Bond on board now, but still doesn't have any influence on the penalty system.
No.
Okay, can you just play that again? What happens with that McLaren? Does he hit everyone else, or I can't remember?
74.
Yeah.
He causes a cascade,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
7 hits
the
74, 74 hits the Porsche, and then that's
Porsche
basically
hits
it.
Tony.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
Yeah.
yeah, Tony
1,
gets
2,
also hit.
3.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's. However we look at it, that's a 15 normally.
Yeah.
And fair dues to 74 as well for the rejoin. Because that could have been chaos. Even more chaos.
I think keep it at 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Agree.
Next one.
Okay, 308. So it's the same time, 79 and 11. Is that the Porsche?
Yeah, that's
Porsche.
the
Yeah,
No,
so
that's-
competitive event.
That's
So-
Christine again.
Yeah, so these get, if you watch, bounces off Tony, and then the Porsche just overshoots.
No, it's afterwards.
There's a little rub on the
On the exit.
exit.
Yeah, look.
Race incident for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a vicious beamer coming on the inside.
Yeah, Ash, 10 penalties to Ash.
Okay,
Yeah, that-
315 is 315 and 316. There are 2 incidents reported for the same cars, 114 and 97.
114.
14th and No, 13th and 15th. Up, up, up.
Kuhn and
What?
Kuhn and Stock.
11497.
Sounds like something out of Marvel, doesn't it?
Stark is behind them. Go. Boom.
Right, hang on.
Boom, boom, boom.
You must leave it to space.
Go
Someone else got took out in that as well.
Yeah, me.
Oh, that's right.
So fair.
No, it's field exited stage left.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that is more than I thought.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, yeah, 4.
Well, how did that car on the left end up there? Sorry.
Field binned it in sympathy.
So if you watch Field here, he just fucking panics, look, because he's got nowhere to go.
And he's in a Honda.
And then so he decides to go grass cutting.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just watch that from Field. Is oh my god.
That's
And
not what you should see down Hollywood.
Honda makes great lawnmowers, don't they?
Yep.
Good avoidance. Unfortunately, the Honda does not like quick changes.
Yeah.
No. Or off throttle changes.
No. So, what are we saying with this?
We need to look at that incident from the top to see how much space the BMW had on the inside,
Or the Aston.
or the Aston, whichever.
I think he needed. I think there was not the space to avoid it. He needed to open the brakes more.
Yeah, I think at the point of contact there was space, but the space was closing quickly.
Yeah.
And it would have happened anyway.
I think
Darren's not on full throttle either. Why is he not on full throttle going through there?
I'll
You
be
could see what was
honest.
happening, but it was too late to back out.
I don't know if this is a racing
think
incident
that-
for me.
I think you asked him to speak. I don't know about him.
Hello?
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize in front. I am actually, I would put that on myself, to be honest, because now looking at it, there wasn't a move to be done. Maybe I just got a bit, I guess, over ambitious. Yeah, I just wanted to apologize to everyone involved because that's the second time in a row that I took out a McLaren in lap 1, which could have been avoided. So yeah, whatever you guys roll with, I won't be complaining.
Okay.
I personally do see that it could only be avoided by you, although I have to admit I'm not feeling that. I personally do not feel that the guilt is enough to put a penalty on you.
Can you just play it?
Yeah.
Because we're watching McLaren, right?
Yeah.
Half throttle,
Yeah.
not full throttle.
I think
what?
the problem that
I
you
don't understand.
He actually
he's got-
lives 100%.
Yeah, so I think he's lifted, which is going to mean that Aston Martin's momentum's going to take him.
I think it's a racing incident.
I think so as well. I don't think there's any major
No.
blame as such.
I think
they were both too cautious.
114 lifts, but in lifting has moved slightly across the nose of the Aston, causing himself to be pitted because the Aston has obviously carried on. So for me, a racing incident.
I agree.
Thank you.
As because it states neither is to blame.
Yes.
So what we all is everyone saying racing incident? Are they?
I am, yeah.
Matt?
Yeah.
Eric?
Niffer.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
All right. 319, 198, and 24.
Here's Tony.
Just on that, am I showing as being there's an incident with me involved in this section here?
There will be, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Okay,
10
that's
seconds
fine.
in. Yeah,
What is it? 3
19. Yeah, just play it from there.
cars.
198 and 24.
198. 24. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
Nothing.
Racing
No,
isn't anything.
Nothing.
yeah,
NFA. Yeah.
they're just avoiding a.
Okay. 322, 114, and 57. Is that 57? Who's 57?
Blythe.
Blythe 28.
Did he hit him after, or I don't know? It's just continuation of the same incident, I guess. Is
the
Yep.
unsafe rejoin, or
go with car 57.
That's Virgin on unsafe rejoin, I think.
Ah, that's it there. Nowhere to go. Just clips the gold.
Yeah.
racing incident or an NFA?
Yeah, the McLaren was on its brakes. When we looked earlier, he was sat on his brakes as soon as he got spun. So.
Yeah. Okay. 330
Hang
is
on.
750. Oh, okay, you're looking at the return. Rejoin.
Maybe look at car number 11 for the rejoin.
There wasn't one point in that where he pressed the brakes.
I think he got away with it.
Very lucky.
Just
Very
I
lucky.
think that should be a warning, to be quite
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Oh, hold on, I need to, because this is a. What number is he?
24.
24.
1 sec. Yeah, okay. So 3. Where are we? 330.
325.
7 and 50.
7
50
and
is you, isn't it?
yes. Ah, Mr. Bond relieves me of my. Look at that. Eesh. Oop.
60 seconds to Ash.
I mean,
50.
I tell you what, that is a fucking rate rejoin. That.
Who was that?
That's not
Ash,
the
can you just
incident in hand.
try it again?
Yeah.
how did you lose so much speed up there, Ash?
40 kilos.
Yeah.
What line did you take through that last corner, Ash? How come you're so narrow?
Because my crew chief was telling me that I'd got a car on my left, and I didn't really want to start looking left in my VR. Hence why I've stayed out wide there.
Ah, so you refuse to observe.
Not really. No.
Sounds
Give
a
him.
little bit
That's what you just said.
Give fucking enough space there. Jesus.
You're not supposed to be commenting. Shut up.
So sorry, just for right that back.
Can you go actually from the inside of his car, please?
Yeah.
Oh, where's that Porsche going? That's, I mean, that you've taken that so narrow, that corner. It seems so strange.
Yeah, bounce off the curb, understeers with you, Ash.
Fucking hell. Show us that one more time, sorry. much though, right?
Just watch the front of the car bounce when it hits the curb.
We would be alright over the curb if there was no car to the right. But,
Do you know
yeah.
the problem? Just about to say, you know the problem is that Ash is coming across. His line's going to take it wide. So both of the lines are going to come across each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually say that's racing, and both of them are is equal fault as each other there. Because Ash is coming across.
I'm disagreeing on that one.
I disagree.
Why?
I don't see Ash moving in onto him. I mean, his racing line is all right through there.
I do agree that Bond has drifted slightly.
There's a little bounce there, which has pushed him into Ash.
Although I would be inclined to stay at a 5 and not put it up to 15 because there's not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's carnage coming from it, but still the mistake he made is a small one.
Yeah, I agree with Nick.
Sorry, Bond. Try to help. Overruled.
And then this fucking beauty.
Oh, hold on. This is a separate incident. So
That is what I wanted to see first, yeah.
That's a collision course for that Porsche, is it?
Yeah, but what choice has he got?
Hold on, guys. Let's just decide on this first, rather than jumping ahead. Are we agreeing on 5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I disagree, but it doesn't. I've been overruled, so it's 5 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't actually record the hit between.
The two Porsches.
No, this between the McLaren and the. What is that?
The Beamer doesn't hit the McLaren.
Does it?
No.
It does.
Well, the McLaren hits the Beamer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, I'll tell a lie.
It doesn't record that.
NFA that anyway. You can't do all about that.
NFA.
Fucking bounce straight off fucking wall.
But you want to see the rejoin? This is what's caused him to go straight.
Yeah, just play it on then.
Yeah, that's fine.
The region is fine.
Cool. So
Okay.
two Porsches, 11 and Byler.
11 and Byler.
It hasn't recorded it.
So did this card was cool then, because of the incident he got involved earlier.
Which one?
Car 57.
Yeah, no, it was fine. It's fine rejoin. I think, to be honest,
The rejoin was alright, but I just find it a bit of a hard cut there.
Yeah, but where's he going to rejoin before that?
He's
He's
not
going to be on the apex of a corner.
it'd be rejoining onto apex. I'm happy with that.
He's done the best of a bad situation. I feel I'd have done the same.
Okay.
This is
Right.
non-incident. Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Byler carried on turning.
Oh, that weren't Byler. That was G right. That.
Oh, was it? Oh, well done, Byler.
G exit stage right.
Okay, 555.
555. Yep.
74 and 198.
Tony the exit.
Jody. Updated his thingy, unless Michael's running the flamingos.
I call that a Herkseg.
Michael is running flamingos. Oh.
Yeah, I call that move a Herkseg move. Having been
Is
on
it-
the receiving end of many a time.
Is it Herzig that's been
That's
hurting?
not hurt. That's Herzog's been hit.
Yeah, no, but I'm calling that the Herkseg move.
Oh, so Herzig's been Herzig.
Yeah. There's just no, yeah, it's way too late on brakes, that.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Yeah, he could have easily avoided it as well by going right and didn't. So,
Yeah.
15.
But
Next.
he didn't finish anyway. He only did 5 laps.
Yeah.
Hold on, which car was it?
74.
74.
He's
Hey,
also
Licensing anyway.
he's also left as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, make it 30 seconds then.
Disqualified.
Next.
Oh, Tony says fuck off, by the way.
646. Todd.
Can we even do out with this? Can we even do anything with this? Is it
I
added
just want to see it from Matt's point of view.
Yeah, we can dock Todd points. We can really hit him hard with this.
Nope.
His car looks like it's like got an allergic reaction to a bee sting, doesn't it?
Whoa!
You can
Oh,
actually
wowzers.
you can really hear the disconnect as well. Listen. At that point, Matt, did you wonder what were going on?
I just thought, what the fuck? Why is there a McLaren parked at the chicane? What's he doing?
There's not a lot we can do with that.
Unsafe rejoin from Todd.
Minus 30 points for Todd.
I'm not the only one that's seen like a McLaren that looks like it's swollen from a bee sting. Like, I
Yeah.
can't unsee that now.
NFA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
704.
704. Yeah.
We have 2 incidents at the same time. One is 88 and 25. Where's 25?
There.
Oh, there you go. 19.
These two, yeah.
Ooh.
Ah. I mean, I'll look at it again from that red, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a push to pass, but nothing excessive. I think it'd have made that corner had it not come off the brake and back on.
Yeah, I did notice that then, yeah.
I'm inclined just
there.
to say slap on the wrist for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else
Warning.
see Adik take advantage of Todd's mishap to overtake me, by the way?
What, under yellow flag?
Oh yeah, go back. Watch this. Oh, genuinely, I slowed. Me and Paul slowed because of obviously what happened because Matt crashed into him, and then it goes Arik overtakes us both like a rat. Unbelievable.
Like a drain pipe.
Like a rat. Oh, keep him. That's us. He's slowed, and he's just like full momentum. I'll dive up the inside, but fine. I take evasive action.
A waste of action to what?
You.
We did it on the apex.
Unbelievable. Seen this big yellow blob coming towards me. I was like, whoop. No punishment for that.
Should we
Okay.
give a warning for that?
What, to
88,
Arik?
was it? No, 25.
At least
25, yeah.
I'd say warning because of the lift that he did coming into the braking zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he lifted from the brake pedal.
Yeah.
That is what caused the collision in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I watch me. I have to avoid him.
Fucking hell.
And a 30-second time penalty for Eric that I finished in front of him.
Go on then.
Wasn't
One
there two
lap.
incidents at the same time?
Yeah,
There is.
704 is again 79 and 716.
So Cortez and Nicholson.
Ah, yeah, I saw this. I don't know if
Well, Ferrari's already on the grass.
Christine had some issues here because she just goes straight on. So yeah, it's weird. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Right. If you watch, if you watch this from here.
I think she takes avoiding action.
No.
Yeah.
She realizes that she missed the breaking point. Just go on board with her.
I'm not convinced.
I think it is.
Does she
Go
use
on
VR
board.
as well, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah. Yes. Took avoided that. Fair dues.
Well, there's no contact anyway, so.
Cool.
It
Next.
still looked odd though.
Yeah, it did look odd to me. It looked like she'd had a bit of a disconnect.
Okay. 9:47.
That beamer looks
9:47.
sexy with the blue camera.
Yeah, boy.
4:20. Car
4:20. Yep.
right to the top. And 5.
5's the blue Ferrari.
Oh, Paul.
Oh my God, Paul!
Look at that evasive action from McLaren, though. Unbelievable. Who drives that car? What a guy.
I mean, really
that
kudos
guy
to
that
you.
didn't
That
finish?
could have been way worse.
Oh, wow, look at that. What a move.
To be fair, we were slow through the chicane, but I had to leave him space. He had to leave me space.
Has anybody checked up on Davis if he's ended up in A&E or
I did try and turn right. And whether that be no.
what? Right through him.
Where?
Can we have
Alec
Hamburg,
pure
please?
squeeze, pushed him out right. Unbelievable.
You tried to turn right as your front bumper was lodged in his rear splitter.
Look at Alec squeeze him. 10 seconds, Alec.
Fuck's sake, God.
Eric parked it on the apex so that he couldn't turn left, so Paul absolutely nailed him. So yeah, I reckon Eric's at fault.
Yeah, because
Yep.
look at
for me.
Davis. Right, he's about to make his turn and then realise Alec is just staying there, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then Paul's like, "Oh, too late."
Paul's just like, fuck the both of you.
Paul is
One-
still in 4th here.
One
So
he's
look at
having it.
Davis. He's about to make the corner. He's like, "Oh sugar!" There's a big yellow car, and then
But-
Paul's like, "Have a bit of that."
Look at Eric parking it on the apex, doing like 10 mile an hour, and then still cuts
I
it.
didn't know. Like, I just was trying to leave him as much space as I could. And look, even then, I'm coming out on the apex on the right side.
All Eric's fault. He slowed everybody down.
Did you get a track limits warning there, Alec? Because you went through the tires there.
I think I got a warning for. I got one warning on the chicane, but I don't know which actually lap it was. I don't know if it was this one.
It doesn't
I
look
think it
like
was
you did.
earlier. No, I think it was earlier.
Can we stay on board with number 5 and see how far down the field he falls?
He does lose quite a few.
I mean, look at that! Wow.
Oh, fair dues. He didn't. Wasn't really much.
I saw him pointing the wrong way on the chicane. I was like, shit!
Did you have that quick reaction in your ass to this insane?
Right, Paul. 15 for me. Then.
I won't take 15. That's not on, in my opinion. But I'll shut up.
I'm stuck between a 5 and a 10.
We don't have a 10.
There's no 10.
Oh.
This is the issue that arose from mine and Nick's at Nürburgring, where I missed the braking. and got stumped with 15 because I were predominantly to blame.
I kind of agree. If it was just missing the breaking point,
Which you didn't.
but I think it's an underestimation of how slow the cars in front actually go into the chicane.
Yeah, can we go on the inside with Paul before that again?
I don't want to go on the inside of Paul.
I mean, I could have sent it up the inside, but I didn't want to make another driver avoid action, so I went to the right. I hit the brakes at the right point. Now we're late. And that's why I don't. My personal opinion, I don't think it's actually. I should have
Can we see when the other two braked?
It's about right.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think we were that slow.
No.
Being that I have to agree.
Can you go
Looks a bit like my old
with my?
compartment.
Can you go with my point, like my inside of my car?
No, pretty much
I couldn't go faster than that.
Doesn't look right, to be honest.
5 seconds. It's hard to really tell where the mistake was, if I'm honest.
From my point of view, it doesn't look that bad on board Paul, but on board the other two, it looks worse. I'm still.
Is Davis not just on the brakes a little bit longer than he would be, like hard on the brakes because obviously
He's on the
Eric's
outside
taken
though, isn't he?
inside. Well, that's what I mean. So is that not why ultimately?
Guys, I can see you got your hands up. We'll come to you in a sec.
Drag him.
Oh, moved to audience. Sorry.
Alright guys, as you see, you're talking about the braking point. I broke probably very slightly early because I'm conscious Eric's on my left and I'm going to have to slot in behind him and let him go through. So I probably have broke very slightly earlier than what I normally would because otherwise I'm having an accident, Eric. So that's all I'm going to say about the braking point, just since you were talking about it. That's all I've got to add.
Thank you.
Which is fair.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think 5 seconds because I don't think any of the drivers necessarily have done anything too much wrong, and I think Alan's made the point, which is a fair point because obviously he is getting taken over on the inside, so he's probably going to brake slightly earlier and maybe a bit longer just to make sure he gets round the corner.
I think 5 would have been fair for me had he not lost as many places as he did.
That's the only aggravating factor for me.
It's quite a big hit. That's the thing.
So,
Yeah, the only thing in Paul's favour about that is how close the cars are behind. If you think about it, there's 2 seconds covering 5th to 9th, 10th. So, you know, that's why it looks as bad as that. But yeah.
right, let's make a decision on it and move on. Go on, Matt, you're at the top.
I'll go 5.
Gav.
I'll say 5.
Hans.
5.
Nick.
Still undecisive, but then it's a 5.
Then we'll go 5. Next.
956.
956. Yep, we're on.
716 and 32.
Oh, hello. Good evening.
But that's close.
Aston Martin up the chuff. It isn't me this time, but that's what happens.
Not yet.
In regards to Ingle, yeah, he was catching me up at this. So Ingle's time, I think he'd got took out very early on, possibly.
No, he started from the pit lane.
Started from the pits, but he started carving through, and I watched his times dropping because it told me on crew chief.
He qualified P3. That's where he should have been.
Yeah. So.
Did he do it? Was it deliberate then? He did us back to last. Is that?
No, I think he didn't press drive, didn't he?
The Ferrari for me should have yielded.
Not really fighting for position, but I can see the class difference being the thing. But
well, you can't just push past people, right? I mean, that's
no, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not. Oh, we're getting onto that. So I'm not saying that it was necessarily worth barging them out of the way, but I think it's gone on for a little bit. This.
Yeah. Watch Ingle's brake lights. I think he taps the brake twice beforehand and still ends up hitting him.
So that green car, when I overtook it, was quite slow.
I'm struggling with traction as he goes on.
Yeah.
1, 2, yeah. Taps the brakes twice and still ends up.
Still a push for pass for me, and he's pro, and it's amateur.
5.
I mean,
5.
5.
Yeah. What number is he?
32.
32.
I think he's put his hand up as well. Asked to talk.
Yeah, slap him.
Stand by. Coming.
Come on down.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, just a couple of things, just from my point of view. I think, yeah, I did tap him absolutely in the rear unintentionally. You see, he hit the brakes a couple of times because if you watch from my onboard, if it's in cockpit view, the car sort of moves to the left and the right, the left and the right. So it's like one point I think, oh, he's moving to the left to let me go. Then he comes back to the right again, and he goes to the left again. So that's why I'm kind of on off the brake, thinking, oh, he's letting me go. Oh, he's not letting me go. If he had a consistent line going round as a radius, then absolutely fair enough. But that kind of threw me because he was going left, right, left, right. If you look from my onboard.
Yeah.
I think it's a traction.
There's a traction thing on that corner.
Yeah. I'd say with you being so close, it does look like he's weaving. In fairness, but from the outside, you can see
It's the unpredictability
Ferrari
as well.
there.
Don't forget the other guy was an amateur as well, so you know it's
always a problem.
Problem is with that car, as soon as the turbo kicks in on it, it's tail happy.
Oof, that's a move.
I'll say 5 because
I'll say 5 as well.
still contact and put the car on.
Yeah.
I see your point, but still, yeah, maybe regarding class difference and such things.
We'll raise it again next Sunday, just about class issues, because I think there were a few times where there's no need to do an overall race, especially if you're trying to carve your way back up. Because I think I watch you come up near me and I'll let you pass because I just thought it's not even worth me.
Yeah, but you see, Ash, today we had the top, whatever, 6, 7, 8 cars were a mix of pros and pro-ams. I had, 2 pro-am cars in front of me?
Yeah.
So they were racing me, and I didn't expect them to just move over.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're considerably slower.
It's
don't forget that's got it. I think that's just been inconsistent to what we've done other races. We've had. I mean, if it was the same class, I'd be inclined to say 5 seconds and agree. But we've all been.
He wasn't being lapped.
Have been
So
stung with
realistically, he's racing. He doesn't have to yield. He doesn't have to let
Don't
anyone
forget,
pass.
at the front, the mixture of classes there was pace based. Ingle started from the pits and was a much faster car coming through, so it's kind of not really relevant to what was happening at the front. But at the same time, he could have been a little bit more cautious with it because he was a lot quicker, so he would have had the overtake.
That's the only reason I'm thinking we need to be consistent with the rules, is because I can see exactly what's happened there, and it's unfortunate. And as if it was the same class, I would say 5 seconds. But as we've said in other races, and we've set out in the rules, is that as the pro drivers, we need to be more considerate in terms of cautious, rather not considerate, but cautious when we're approaching amateur drivers, because of exactly what we've just seen there. They're on the throttle to where they're maybe unstable going around certain corners. So,
but we've had issues before. We've had incidents before, last season especially, where we had pro drivers overtaking ARM drivers, taking them out, and it was always, or most of the time, it was on the pro driver. And here he's not moving direction. The ARM driver is not moving direction. He's just losing traction, and Ferrari loses traction there and slides like crazy. So I don't see how it's not plus 5 seconds. You should be aware of the car ahead of you being slower.
Yeah, I think it would, because of the rules, it would be a 15 because of the class difference, and I'm only saying that because of consistency, because what we've seen with other in other races.
I think it'd be harsh for 15 for that. I think for me, it's a 5.
I think it's a minor contact, as in small tires that basically takes out the Ferrari, and I think it's a 5. 15 is a heavier impact, basically, incidents.
It's not.
Well, okay.
It's not a missed braking point. It's not a car out of control, something like that.
Yeah.
It's just.
But he's ultimately drove through the guy. He's ultimately drove through and pushed to pass an amateur driver that's clearly struggling with traction. So if we're going to be consistent with the rules, then I would say it's a 15. But if we're going to pick and choose when we do it, then it'd be a 5 seconds.
I don't think we're picking and choosing. You're looking at what kind of incident this is.
Well,
so what you're
saying
is basically, if it was an arm on arm, that would be 5 seconds. But because it's a pro on arm, it's a 15 second.
Yeah, because the pro driver should be taking more caution.
I don't think
it doesn't matter. And if it was an arm driver and taking an arm driver, they both should be taking more caution. But
if it doesn't matter, then why do we have the rule that the pro driver needs to take more caution passing amateur drivers?
I think though, for this,
I've been done for 15 seconds, and other drivers in the pro class have been done for 15 seconds for.
I think we're reading too much into this. I think it's a 5 seconds on the fact of he's really got nowhere to go, but it's a push to pass. So for me, it's a 5 seconds, and we'll leave it at that.
I agree.
Yeah,
okay. I don't see how this incident is a 15, Gavin.
Well, I disagree, but let's move on. 5 seconds.
Well, no, let's just go. Who goes 5? Matt?
Yeah,
5 or 15? 5. Gavin, 15. Hans?
5.
Nicholas?
5.
Paul?
15.
Ash? 5. Me, 5.
Yeah.
It's 5.
So 5. Next.
11:28.
Yep.
8:30. Sorry, 6:89 and 1:98.
Tony's beyond. Ooh, that looked like a net code.
I think that's just a loss of traction, He just spun out.
Yeah.
NFA.
It's just the Tony's got a force field around him now.
Okay.
Mainly because of defensive reasons.
12:59.
Yep.
18 and 52.
8th and 9th. Uh-oh.
You're on it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you just
because I'm heavy.
have a fucking moment where you just forget where you are?
I'm
Now,
consistently consistent in my crashing, I tell you that much.
I'm sorry it's going to sound harsh, but that for me is
That
15.
is a 15. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I do relinquish a place as well, to be fair. I relinquish it up at the next hairpin.
That's very great sportsmanship, but the
Hang on. I might have... I'm still going to call you the torpedo, but I'm going to retract mine and say 5.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the fortunate position. He was able to give the position back, and I think that should negate the extra penalty that the torpedo.
How much?
I think 5.
How much damage is it causing, though?
I don't know,
doesn't matter for me.
I don't know, but I came out with 2.5 seconds there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it'd be much because it wasn't. You know, it was into a hairpin, really slow hairpin, so it probably would have been 5 maximum.
Can you go and see where Hans is actually braking for this?
It won't be more than it won't be more than 15 because that's what I got from when Todd was stationary at the chicane, and that was at pace.
I watched Hans' braking point here, and he looked about smack on with where I was braking, just a flash after the board.
Yeah, but something isn't right with his braking then.
Possibly.
Because still with the hit, he's wide in the corner.
I personally think it would have been a 15, but because he's slow, give the position back. I think that should be a 5, in my opinion. He got the luxury of having the space. Yeah, that's my take.
Hey, Matt, you're 5.
I'm 5.
Gavin. Hans, you're not allowed to speak. Nicholas.
Mistake is a 15.
Paul. 5. Ash.
15.
And I'm 15.
Ooh.
So we have Matt, Gavin, and Paul. Okay, so it's 3 versus 3.
Yeah, give it to the people then.
Goes to the people. Okay, people. A bit like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, phone a friend. Ask the audience.
Yeah.
Bradshaw wants to speak. Yes.
Yeah, I got him.
I just think if you guys go to the extreme of putting this one to a 15, I think it just questions like the decision from like the last few. Because I don't like I think where this one at least the position was given back. I raised my hand on the last one. I know we're past it, but when you look at a pro driver that's just pushing past a AM driver where they could have just lifted it just a little bit and still beat him down the straight, I think this should be 5 just on the fact of the principle of keeping consistent of how you guys are doing it. The only way I would say like arguing a 15 is just because Hans is the torpedo.
Because he's predominantly to blame.
Yeah.
His name's written in the cars, every car.
We're seeing it from the perspective of, is it a more severe or less severe collision, and therefore the...
For me, if you look at it, even though he can see the speed difference already under braking, he's still turning into the inside, whereas he could have just gone straight, in my opinion.
I think he's possibly too far right to go straight.
Yeah, I mean, he could have bailed out of it.
I think he could have bailed.
Look at it again.
I think it's 50-50 on being able to bail or not, to be honest. Because he's quite far into the right on full brakes as well, bearing in mind.
I think if he bailed,
I mean, if he bailed, he's setting himself into the grass, but I think he can make that.
I still go with it would have been 15, but I think it's 5 because he'd given the place back.
Do we have anyone else from audience saying anything? Or...
Mike has said on Twitch 15.
I'm waiting on 5 for this one as my official opinion on it. But
anyone else?
It's a proper mixture. It's literally a split.
Yeah, the consensus in the Discord chat is saying 5. Got 3 votes towards 5.
Yeah, I've got Michael on Twitch saying 15. But David said 15.
It's majority 5, I think.
Yeah.
By 1, maybe.
Okay.
Let's go with 5
we
then.
go with it.
Yep.
We'll just put it down to the fact that Hans let him back through. That's all that saved
that's
him.
the only thing.
Yeah, that's my take on it as well. That's what saved him from 15 in my eye.
So, see, being sportsmanlike can actually save you in this scenario.
Okay, 13, 15.
13, 15. 13, 15?
Yeah.
Hey? Oh, yeah, we're a bit past it now, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
198 and 716.
Ah, Tony's doing a hook second.
He hasn't done one yet.
Avoiding action.
Fair play.
Hans. This is what
That's
we
how
meant.
you do it.
Thanks, Ash.
So.
That's exactly what you should have done, just left. Right. 1725.
Yep.
999 and 69.
Something I never want to imagine.
Yeah, it's all right as long as the 999 or the 69.
What is
what is going on here?
What the fuck?
Is this
just turned into a fucking car park?
Is this a sympathy crash?
It's a Honda and Porsche thing. There goes Field. Oh, Byler goes. Oh yeah, I can do that as well. Don't tell me they crash coming on track. Oh my fucking god!
No way!
Oh, that's funny.
I reckon they both deserve a 30-second penalty for fucking doing it in the first place.
That is funny.
Nothing. The embarrassment is more than enough.
No wonder why Byler didn't want to sit here for that.
Yeah, that's the real reason he fucked that. Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, did he wait for him?
No.
No.
Right. Next.
Okay. 1858.
Sorry, what did you say?
1858.
Round 2.
Yep.
52 and 88.
1858. That was when Paul was born.
Hans.
Unbelievable.
Oh, not into the hairpin again. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Same car.
no.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
car.
it is.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
off.
Hans.
Oh, hang on a second. Right, Hans didn't do anything wrong then.
What?
If you watch the Honda under brakes,
A little bit of
what line's
understeer.
he taking?
Yeah, so Hans had a little bit of understeer.
I think
Yeah, but look at the
probably
Honda.
he's
Moving
feared
under
for his,
braking.
he's feared for his fucking life when he's looked in his rearview mirror and seen its hands.
No, on a serious note, you can't move on the braking like that.
I think it's
Yeah, the blocking on the inside while braking is terrible.
That's
He's braking, moving towards the inside line, and then he's
Yeah,
moved away.
I think he's possibly seen Hans coming and avoided him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's been trying to do a bit of trail braking.
What? No, the point I'm making is halfway through the braking zone, he jerks to the right.
Yeah, but watch why.
I think he's going to the racing line and he sees Hans coming and avoids him.
Because he's just been fucking dive bombed by him at one point. Yeah, so he goes to turn.
There. What? 50 metres before the corner?
Right, hang on.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Possibly.
Yeah, he's brisk moving to take the inside.
Yeah, because his hands.
From his onboard, the right
I personally think
from
that's a
his
good.
onboard, it doesn't look harsh.
No, I think that's a fine move, to be honest.
I've got there's no issue with the move or anything, just the movement on the brakes. That's what.
It doesn't look as bad on board as it does outside for sure.
Was it look like on board Hans? Just
Hang
for
on.
reference.
Yeah, just go on Hans.
That's interesting. TC1, ABS 7, and traction control 211. I don't think you use traction control 2. Thought it messed up the car.
On some cars.
Oh.
You do in the Aston.
I don't know about how you drive a McLaren. I stay out of it.
TC2 off and traction control off as well.
That's a Honda, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Honda.
Recent incident. Let's see,
Yeah.
move on.
Next.
Just drag him up. Hang on, just got Rich asking. 1 sec.
Yeah, just going back to or looking at Mike's ABS and TC2, he had some wheel issues where suddenly all his buttons didn't do what they were meant to do. So he was having wipers turn on and traction control go up and down and ABS go up and down and all sorts. So that might not look as it should do.
That explains it. Roger. It's probably the fear of seeing Hans behind him again.
2107.
2107.
No, time. Yep. 198 and 716.
Racing incident for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Tony's braking. Yeah. Yeah. Next.
Yep. Tony's waited as well. Yeah, no beef.
2359.
Yep.
97 and 79.
Racing incident.
I think she's trying to get in the pits. Yeah, I think it's unlucky.
Yeah, but yeah, racing instant. I think start can't just disappear. And
yeah.
It's either she's going for the pits or she's lost traction.
I think it was going for the pits. But
just wanted to say, yeah, I'm sorry for that one as well. I slowed down as well because I wasn't sure if that was actually my fault. But yeah, if you just watch a bit further, I think I even blink and yeah, try.
You don't do anything wrong.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure at the moment, so I let it through.
Yeah, I think Kristen's going for the pits there.
Yeah, great sportsmanship again from.
Also, one small thing. I am pretty sure this is the last one I'm involved in. I really need to go now since I gotta get up early for work and all that.
No worries.
Yep.
Just so you know, and see you around then.
No, thank you for that.
Good night.
Right. Next one.
2752.
2752. Yep.
Hans, please tell me you're on the receiving end this time.
6, 8, 9, and 5.
6, 8, 9.
Ah, okay. I heard 52 and I was like, oh no, 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 please no.
Oh, don't worry, there's one more.
Oh, he's still there.
No.
Oh no.
So.
Oh, the blue flag driver as well.
Yeah, let's him past. Great.
What happened?
That is like a heat seeker missile.
You know what he's doing? He's that busy looking behind him, and he's seen the Aston come up on him. He's panicked, and then no.
It's the same one I hit as well.
Poor Rich.
I mean,
It'd have been all right there.
I feel even worse about hitting him now.
Being on the receiving end of that, I would erupt in the cockpit definitely, but
I think
he was just in pure fear of the car behind and don't ruin his race in line.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 5, isn't it? I don't know. Matt.
Go back and play again.
Okay.
Yeah, play again.
It was such a good blue flag pass that as well.
I think it's the Aston crept up on him and he's looked behind and panicked.
32.
There.
Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two are actually in. Yeah.
I think he's twitched right as he started to brake as well, which is what kicked him out to the right so much.
Right.
He's noticed the Aston and gone, oh shit.
Yeah, he's pulled right in front of the path of the Aston. See, if he'd have just hung there, that'd have been mint. Let the Aston pass, but he pulls in front of the Aston, goes, fuck! Oh shit, I ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah.
And
That's
he's applied the brakes as he's turning as well, which is what's fired him off.
well, that's what he's done there. He's been too busy looking behind, hasn't he?
I'm sorry, but it's an accumulation of events for me, and it's clumsy. So I'm going to say 15.
I wanted someone else to suggest it, so I didn't sound like the harsh arsehole. But yeah, I agree with Matt.
I agree.
He's not malicious on that one, but the mistake he does make in the intent is a 15.
Yeah, he's took him out whilst off the track, and then not held the brakes after, and then hit him again. That's what did it for me for the 15 was hitting him again afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sound. Next.
15 then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 3517.
Yes.
7 and 999.
Tyler. Is this going to be another off-track collision? Is it?
It does involve a spin, yes.
I think Andy was being nice and gentle into that last corner, and Byler hasn't seen him being so slow. I think.
5.
I'd say 5.
I mean, he's just ever so slightly a tiny bit late on the brakes and kind from this cautious and
I'll be honest, but from where I brake later than that.
Yeah.
So it's
You're not on this planet though.
You're
a fucking alien.
5 next.
You took 4.5 tenths of me in those two corners alone. I know that your braking is way better than everyone
Bugger
else.
off! It took me 3 weeks to get out the hairpins in the Bentley. Fucking boat.
5.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 5. 36-17.
Yep.
It sounds again.
Oh.
With my drive through.
Oh, I'm going to start calling this Hans fucking corner.
We need the soundboard back so that we've got like an alert, a tsunami alert.
It's not a hand. It's not a hairpin. It's a hand pin.
Not
I'm
Hans.
sorry, but that's just not on. The previous incident where you brake and you overtake the car is not on, and this is even worse.
It's like getting told off by a school teacher, isn't it?
You're not even close to overtake that guy under braking.
This time it is a bit naughty because you're not fully on the brakes to begin with.
Yeah. I get that.
The last one, I think you were closer alongside with that one. That was a bit of a send.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
15. Unfortunately.
That's a 5.
I don't agree with a 15. Sorry. I know I need to shut my mouth, but if we're looking specifically at the rules, it's not a serious collision.
Pass again. Yeah, it's
I'll go with 5.
Yeah,
5.
5 was my opinion.
If we're saying earlier on that Devon, is it Devon? Sorry,
Dennis.
Is it Dennis? Sorry, where he was passing in the Aston was effectively a push to pass, and that was a 5. I think that would be bloody out of order to give me a 15 for effectively what is the same thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's a 5.
That's my defence. I'm saying no more.
How did you get the drive through?
Cutting the chicane a bit too much.
Lap car you're passing, is it not?
It is, yeah.
I think 5. I don't think 15. I think 5. That's.
Five it is.
Okay.
I don't tend to voice my opinion strongly, but
okay, Hans, please stay quiet. I'm asking others. Who's going to 15?
But my rationale behind the 15 is simply because that's your second bite of that, and that were a fucking full send.
Yeah, but we didn't give a penalty for the last one, so you can't now say 15.
Yeah, so I think the last one it was a good hearty full-blooded challenge. Whereas with that one, I think that was this one in particular was I think it's worthy of a 5. I don't think it's totting up. I don't think, in my opinion.
Cool. And we're going 5.
Okay, Nicholas.
I'd stay in the 5, but mate, you really need to get your braking sorted. For me personally, you are involved in way too many incidents, and I personally do love you and your face in the Aston, but that's going on too much lately.
That's basically 3 incidents in the same corner today. So
yeah, for that a 5 there.
We'll quality ban you soon. Okay. 40-55.
Yep.
57 and 69.
Can't believe no one took the tyres out.
They did. It's just the replay doesn't take away the markers.
Yeah.
I think we tried to avoid it. NFA.
Yep. Next.
43-26.
Yep.
458, 513.
I will keep my mouth shut, but I will please watch it from before the chicane. Exit of the uphill corner. Further back, please.
It's unfortunate that your rear started to slip there, isn't it? Because I think that would have been some really close racing.
Really wasn't much of a
What
touch
car
either.
is that? Bradshaw.
Yeah, he just has to speak. I'll invite him on.
So he had the run on me going down into that, so I was gonna try to get a switchback. I took too much of the curb right there, and it unsettles the rear. And then he was a little bit slower in the exit than when I was planning. It was a lot of close racing, but yeah, I did end up, once he cleared back, ended up giving the place back on the back straight. I think it was like 2 or 3 laps later, but yeah, this was on me. I tried to get crafty and just didn't have it.
It's push to pass, 5 seconds.
Yep. Next.
44-23.
44-23. Yep.
57 and 69.
Slide and field at it again. No, look. Oh, God, there's a hand in the middle.
So it's a blue flag, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's naughty.
No, that doesn't look like 57 is going in front of him.
57 is the dinner.
That's a proper squeeze, that.
This is for position.
Oh wow, that's a big
Yeah. You have a mirror. You have radar. Sorry, but
that is caused by Hans overtaking. So I don't mean caused by you, Hans. What I mean is because you're blue flagged, he's yielded for you there, which has knocked him out of position and slowed him. And Sean has got the room. For me,
But
though,
then, like, if
sorry, I was just going to say 57 could have maintained without turning and being able to squeeze Sean naturally onto the outside of the corner.
actually stayed on the right.
The only thing I would say is that the BMW is allowed to
Move into the
defend.
racing line.
So
Yeah.
John could have then had plenty of time to go back, move to the inside. He didn't have to commit to the.
And plus, Field hasn't got out the throttle once.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for it to shake out a bit. My opinion was I don't think that's a penalty. I think he
Yeah, I
can
don't
see that he can see it's a closing wedge. There's just about enough space at that point. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think Mr. Field should have his nose in there. I think he can see what's developing, and he should look to the inside.
I think for me it's a 50-50 blame without a penalty. I think they both just need to be aware that 57 has definitely done a squeeze, 100%.
Holy fuck!
And Sean maybe should have backed out of that.
I even think he squeezed. He's just moved over.
A bit of racecraft. A bit more experience in racecraft. He'd have changed direction here.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So if you watch, that beamer doesn't turn until it sees Sean. Right. So now it tries to come across. Look.
Yeah. So then Sean should be then move. I would say racecraft go to the inside.
Yeah.
The beamer doesn't change direction again.
Yeah. If Sean had went to the inside and then the beamer moved to the inside, then the beamer would be at fault. But
agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, NFA, I guess.
Yeah.
I see that it's not going to get a penalty, but I will just say what I don't like about it. If we allow for racing where you really car to the grass while besides you, we although I agree, Field could have craft right and make a move there. If we allow for cars to push other cars off track, I don't a great situation for the cars.
I don't think he's pushed him off track though. I think Field's committed and
like I
I mean,
said,
where is the car's space for Field there? Like,
But
if you
I'd
say
say
for the
Can you, Ash? Can you go from the top
in my
to
eyes,
see
Nick, in my
how
eyes, Nick,
far Field is like with the Beamer?
in my eyes, Nick, a more experienced driver, yourself and most of us would have checked to the inside. I think that's just inexperience because you can always see that wedge is closing.
Fields decided very early that's where he's going and that's where he's staying.
Yeah, but see, what I don't like, I see your points, and I definitely going for something for esports races or something. That move is totally on. I really don't like this. The Beamer squeezing him, but that he's squeezing him so far that actually pushed him into the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. The Beamer at this point, I'm not saying he should have backed out, but equally,
The thing is,
it's a perfect storm, isn't it?
Before Field is even, his front bumper is not even with the Beamer.
Yep.
There is no space already.
If you go back like 2 or 3 frames.
Yeah, but now there is now keep going, and now it's the situation I don't like.
But Field
So
also like
here,
straightened up.
there is no gap anymore, unless
Yeah.
you go on the grass.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a misunderstanding between both of them. It is the BMW's carried on moving over. He's far enough ahead at the point that he hasn't made a change in direction. And
He is going for the racing line to take the corner, basically.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
If we just put this to vote, like, are we NFA, like
as a racing incident, or
it's an NFA for you.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Okay, next one.
Next.
Yeah. 63-13.
Is this an after race?
No, there's still like 3 or 4.
This will be the one on me.
69 and 57. And it continues. There's another one 6 seconds later.
69 and 57.
No.
That's fine. Rubbing his wrist.
Keep it playing.
You just arrived in their party though.
Yeah.
Go from post point of view.
He's got a right swapper off that curb.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Just after the curb, but
he's just fucking lost all sort of like traction, hasn't he?
I will be honest though, he is blue flagged and he's got a leader in front on the inside of him, and
hang on though, because these two are fighting for position.
Yeah,
by the way, I'm not calling for anyone to have a penalty on this at all. Just I wanted everyone to see it.
I think that would be extremely harsh to give a penalty.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But it's just be a little bit more aware when you've got someone on the inside of you.
Yeah.
Don't get that preoccupied in a battle that you're going to affect someone else.
I'd be saying more to Paul or the person flapping to look at two people fighting and not to don't pick your point of overtaking. If I'm in a battle with somebody, you're in mid corner, you're not going to be thinking, "Oh, who's coming up behind me?"
I was just going to say that it were like a perfect storm, because they've obviously slowed themselves down by doing the merry dance. You were obviously a lot quicker going in there.
And so I've checked up behind the BMW because I'd already got past the Honda, and then all of a sudden it's shit, there he is.
NFA for me, that.
Yeah,
can you? Yeah, that was the last one. But can you go? I think it's 2 or 3 from my view, from my car.
How's How selfish of me. Let's do all the things you want to do.
Yeah, no, I just want to see because it looked
What?
a bit dodgy to me. Yes, sort of similar chicane, I guess. You could go chicane like 2 laps when I'm lapping cars ahead of me. No, so it must be earlier. Must be a couple laps earlier.
Oh, fucking hell. Someone's just got exit stage right back there.
It's one of these two.
Was that not Tony in the background? No.
24. 24. No, it's not 24. Honda. Yeah.
Oh, 69.
What the hell?
That was me.
Oh.
It's after the chicane, yeah.
Can't be you, Paul. You're not in a McLaren.
That's not you.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, good point, yeah.
Ah, it's alright. That's a pure curb strike.
Right, so go like a lap back or a couple laps back on my view.
What
The
we're
same
looking
place.
for.
Just lapped cars ahead of me.
Are you going to get a left automatic here? Is that what's happening?
I'm just really curious on that McLaren.
He's brand new, don't forget.
He's got a drive-through now.
Yeah. I think we just need to be.
I just keep playing it for a second.
I so hope that they have missed something and Alex like clipped them.
No, that's been going for a lap. Yeah, okay.
Well, for people watching that are patrons, because we've ended up overrunning tonight, we are doing the patron raffle tomorrow, all being well. So we're trying to aim for that around 8 o'clock. If there's a lot of patrons that can't make it, we will defer that till later in the week. But we're just conscious that we want to try and get it ready and out of the way, ready for December, so we can get everybody some nice, cool prizes. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part. Massive grid. I think the plan will be I'll try and sit down with someone this week. I've been busy with stuff, and everybody else has been busy with life and cold and flus and stuff. So we've not really had commentary on the first 2 races, but we'll see who's kicking about this week. If anyone's got any issues, drop one of the admins a message, and make sure you sign up to the Teams event that we're starting in February. But yeah, thank you from me.
From me.
And from me.
Cheers.
Sorry, chaps, just a quick
Oh,
one.
oh God. Fucking hell.
It's only quick, I promise. Can we get clarification on whether if you have an incident with someone and you let them go, whether your penalty is going to be looked at in a softer light? Only because there seems to be a couple of things tonight which it was looked at if you let a car go, which I actually completely agree with. If you let a car go, then you know
that's I think
move on.
It's one of the
assuming they don't lose more positions.
Yeah, so it was one of the things that we sort of brought in for season 1 and 2. But what we started getting is, so say for instance, me and you, Rich, are involved in an incident. I take you out. We were then getting cars parking on apexes and stuff.
Yeah.
So what we said is, if it's a minor hit, and you're able to give the position back without causing anyone else sort of insignificance, or issues with parking on like apexes and whatnot, then by all means do it. but just because you give the position back doesn't mean that it's a get out of jail free. So if it's a fucking beautiful dive bomb, so for instance, if Arik just suddenly decides he ain't gonna break and takes 57 out, and then decides, no, it's calm down slightly. You weren't here in the early days.
When I was being taken out every race, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
hang on, I can hear a small violin. So if he takes 57 out, and then it's a pure like all on Arik incident, and then decides that he's going to let him go a little bit later on, just because he's let him back doesn't mean necessarily it would. I know that doesn't give much clarification, but it is looked in as a whole.
I get that. I think my and this is sort of on my personal view is I actually quite agree with, you know, if you let someone go and show sportsmanship, then
Yeah.
you should be given credit for that. I think where it becomes personal for me, I think back at Brands, I was penalised for a move which I handed straight back, but the replay didn't be pushed on beyond that to actually allow or see that I had given the place back, which therefore probably my fault for not raising a hand and mentioning it at the time, but it wasn't looked at in that respect. So I just wanted a bit of clarification. But no, what you say makes sense. So.
Yeah, so if that ever happens, if people put their hands up and just say like just roll it on another 5 set, we do try and do it, but sometimes obviously if there's quite a few incidents like tonight, it's obviously been a longer of the stewarding session just because of some of the incidents have needed further interrogation. But yeah, if we don't roll it on long enough, so like what happened with Nick and Bradshaw, for instance, Bradshaw's give it back a lap later, then fair enough. It is what it is.
No, fair enough. You make sense. It's yeah, it's all good. No problem.
Cool. Right. If anybody else
Cheers,
has not got any issues, we shall see you Sunday then.
Yep.
Bye.